All right. So we started?
Yes.
Well, then we'll wait a couple seconds for you to get on, and then I will get everyone going.
All righty.
The proper way.
And
No, that's the wrong thing. What the fuck?
Jim, by curiosity, can you pull the your hammer, whatever your proxy was for it, out?
God damn it.
Boo, boo, boo.
There we go.
so how do we
Hammer
get rid of this
proxy.
tablet? Every time I try to select it,
Because I locked it.
I was just gonna toss it. It's never be found again.
What was
But-
the,
Dun, dun, dun,
Pulled
dun.
out the hammer proxy. Can you see it now?
No, I cannot.
Alright, I really have
Can you
no
pull out
idea.
what you used as the proxy? Like the mech specifically?
Oh,
Uh,
that's how you get rid of it.
Which one do I use as the proxy again? Give me a second.
No idea.
There we go.
For me, flying
So if
on
you want to get rid of it,
Ah,
so-
my ears!
test yourself physically and
What?
Stop
mentally.
that
The
video.
lesson it provides day in and day out is simple.
You monster.
What video?
That thing on that little tablet. Where the fuck?
It always comes on when you jump in.
Why do you have that?
What URL did he just send us?
Wait, URL? What are you talking about?
It says Claw97 wants to open URL https
I sure as hell fucking did not.
okaone.com women's trail /torrent /191142 source equals shopping.
Apparently, it's
hell
a
no.
shoe.
No, I did not do that.
Apparently
What
it's
the?
a women's shoe.
Why the hell do I want
Is
that?
there's something
No.
you want to tell us, Claw?
No.
That's-
That is some bullshit. I just get in and it does that shit? No.
First day of Tabletop Simulator is going great already.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
Yep. Well, at least let's get the roleplay actual portion started of it.
Alrighty then. Time my pizza comes in.
So, we'll start with, of course, Lady Isabella Drenga. Drenga.
Drenga.
Dinga thurkin thurgin.
Let me help you with the Spanish.
Well, currently, you know, the world around you is black. You can kind of hear some muffled voices. And eventually, after a few short seconds, you know, sound sort of starts coming back to you. Ooh, Miss Isabella, are you all right? Miss Isabella, I told you not to hit her. No! If she's not strong enough to stand a fist, she's not worthy. She needs to be strong. like the Rock. Or a Lyran March. Miss Isabella.
My head feels like I got hit by a fucking horse. Oh.
I will apologize for my brother, Miss Isabella. There's no need for apology! He has taken a little too much after the elemental.
Isabella, like, as this is going on, kind of like, she's just checking to see if all of her things are on her, especially where her holdout las pistol would be.
What last pistol do you speak of?
Laser
A
pistol.
laser pistol.
Yeah.
What's this
And-
Laz?
Yeah, she's got everything on her, and as you two, you are definitely in an office room. You remember the fact that you came in here to sign paperwork for your new job, for your new employment. And as you're sitting down to sign the paperwork, some big burly guy bursts in the room and just punched you in the face. And I mean, this guy's arms are probably thicker than his legs.
Skipped leg day, I can see. This does make the signing for paperwork rather inconvenient. Now that, well, to be quite frank, I barely recall what happened beforehand.
If you recall, Miss Isabella, my name is Hans Gruber. We were going to have you signing paperwork to employ with the new mercenary lance unit that we've been putting together for my brother and my's new forces, the Flaming Enforcers.
Yes. Something about a few mechs smaller than the standard lance, if I recall.
Just short by one mech from the standard lance, but my brother was thinking of supplementing until I could pilot unit of elementals that we managed to pick up from the clans.
Hmm.
However, they haven't arrived yet, something to do with his insistence on them learning the Lyrian national anthem or he execute them.
Useless politics, always. And who is this? She's like looking around, like looking for the fucking big burly fuck.
He's kind of standing in the corner, he's doing all these different flexes, like showing off his body and like kissing his muscles.
Hmm. Who is this? She's like asking Gruber.
As I said, that is my brother. Is a liar, Gruger. Oh yeah.
Kool-Aid man now.
Or does he have a name? Do you have a name? She looks towards the elemental.
Just
Well, that's the big guy in the corner, and he said Ezabaya.
Isabaya. Christ. She like looks for the paperwork and like from like one of her pockets she's like looking for a pen. There's probably one on the desk. She signs only in her own pen.
All right.
So after like a few seconds of looking, she probably finds it pretty quickly, and she's like taking a quick glance over the paperwork, seeing the fine print, seeing the the law and all that, sort of trying to read that and try to understand it.
All right. Well then, since your sheet's a little harder than I can get into the system, I'll go pop out for a second and we'll look at it and
I have
we'll
one
you
rank in interest law.
roll that one, and I just wanted to check myself. Since this is our first session,
Terrible. Like it should be.
a 5. Congratulations.
Not terrible, but terrible.
yeah, with a 5, you're gonna be missing. You're gonna probably be missing some things. There's some Lyran legal terms that don't make sense to you.
If you
I mean,
die,
you
we
are
own all your stuff.
Well, I mean, it's all in percentages that just make no sense because if you're reading it right, then their math adds up to 125%.
She's like reading it and she's like nodding. She's like, perfect. Just to make sure this doesn't add up to 125%. The headache is quite apparent.
To be safe and sure, the coverings of it are very situational, as listed on the different pages. To give you the simplest explanation, Miss Kruger. He just gave him his own name. Sorry, Miss Drenga.
I'm gonna take that as if he actually said that.
Miss Drenga. The simplest thing to state here is that if you are to cause any of the situations directly of your own actions, you are responsible for the consequences, and it will be taken from your percentages.
Wonderful. And I hope the unit has already been established, or at least the pilots have been scouted.
The current pilots under your employ are scouted, and if you will join me once you finish signing, I'll take you to the hangar bay, and we may begin our exploration of your 2 fellow pilots who will be subordinate to you. I decided to give you a command situation, particularly considering the situation I left the two of them in.
Oh. That makes me even less willing to sign the paperwork. Can I see my fellow mech pilots, my mech warrior pilots, before I decide to sign? I don't wish to sign myself into the equivalent of a penal unit.
Too late.
Then let's begin. I'll take you down the hallway and then meet your fellow pilots, and I'll just simply give you the explanation of how I left them. They were giving their previous life stories to one another, seeing who can come up with the more ridiculous and unbelievable tale.
Wonderful.
Why?
She'll get up. She'll actually keep the paperwork there, and she'll put her pen back in her pocket. A little bit better situated now. As she's like rubbing the back of her fucking head, just like, hurts.
And what would be appropriate for this one? Give me a second. I am actually going to check your sheet. I'm going to check the main book because I cannot all of a sudden think of which one's the appropriate role for this.
Are you asking for like a perception or what?
It is not going to be perception. It is actually going to be basically a knowledge check, and I can't remember what that one's called all of a sudden.
Is this Hilarion?
No, actually.
Knowledge. Wouldn't this be an interest, but / whatever it is?
Yep. So if you have an interest in dropships,
No, I do not.
One claw.
I have an interest in military history. I don't know if that would apply.
that would apply.
What was that down
I have
here?
I have like a +4 or something ridiculous.
But that's because this not particular ship, but particular model has a.
Oh, nice,
Oh,
11.
wow.
You fucking know this ship.
So now if I can, I'll just pull out the picture, and I won't have to actually look at the thing.
Alrighty.
Screenshot. I said screenshots.
I see that this thing right here is like eating the fucking
The
Yeah.
map, yeah.
map, and it doesn't even have a picture on it.
No.
Nope, it's just there.
Yeah, give me a second. Oh, I hate when the system does this.
But
The
what was that?
screenshots didn't save the names, so I have to look up the number code.
But what was that before? Sake, you saying, "Come on, Claw." What for? What reason?
I posted something in the chat, and I figured you knew what it was.
Oh, no, I-
06.
Oh, you're talking about. I was molested. Uncle.
What? What? Have you never seen Deadpool?
Yeah.
I believe this is
Of
the
course,
one.
I've seen it.
Remember that scene? Come on.
Uncles,
Come on.
nice. Uncles.
But they took turns. That was actually based off of something. I forget what exactly the tale's supposed to be about.
No doubt.
Okay, that thing's screwing up. Well, anyways, you guys are actually. I'll just find the name of the ship and say it instead of wasting people's time
Thank you, girl.
pointlessly.
Pointlessly. Yes.
You are in what's called a Loon Wang dropship.
Wang?
W-A-N-G? Wang.
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 Anyway.
And as you're proceeding down the hallway, you kind of notice that, the mech bays are. There's been some modification to the mech bays, so there is a slight attachment between them all, but they're still technically separate. Even though if you were probably to blow out one of them, two of them, it'd be both. Each of the two sets would get vented.
By curiosity, this dropship, what nation is it
Hang on
from?
This one was actually developed by the Capellans.
Okay. She's going through and
And-
she's just nodding.
And the design, as you know from your own nation's military history, this design, when it first came into contact with your nation, basically, the dropship itself basically defeated the dropship deployment itself defeated the planetary defenses. All the aerospace defenses of the planet that was deployed against the dropships defeated them.
Just like that, I'm back with the pizza.
She nods as she's like going through. Extensive modifications to the ship, I think. At least these mech bays are connected.
For rapid response reasons and to keep our maintenance crews actually capable of working on multiple mechs at the same time.
Understood. Granted, I'm not an aerospace engineer or anything, but wouldn't this connection here, she's like pointing it out, wouldn't that lead to both mech bays being vented?
Potentially, but we are the mercenary unit that is small enough in scale that we won't be leading any planetary assaults.
Hopefully, at least.
Possibly. What could happen?
But as you're saying that, door opens up and we're introduced to the other two male pilots of this vessel. And currently you're catching them both kind of having this debate or if one of the two stories is at all in any way possible of actually happening.
There is no way that you hopped out of your mech onto the elemental and wrestled it to the ground.
That's not what I said, you idiot. I said I got out of my mech, climbed up to another mech, and blew it up. With my bare hands.
That's even less possible.
Oh, really?
I'm in agreement with this, lanky one over here? Not the ancient fucking grasshopper over there? She's like pointing over to Carver. I'm in agreement with him. Not with, and pointing over to, I forget your character's name, Claw.
I can't forget.
Out of
Is it
character.
Guna?
Yeah, Gunnar.
But
I forget out of character, but like
Eric.
pointing over to Carl, like I agree with him,
Eric
blah blah
Gunnar.
blah. Yeah.
You'll just have to see me in action one of these days. I'll show you how I do things.
I mean, if getting out of your mech is the things that you prefer, then
Oh, no, I'm not an idiot. That was out of desperation that I did that. But still, I can do things like that.
lovely.
Especially with these muscles. I
Lovely.
start showing them off.
You hear from down the hallway, "Oh yeah!"
Yeah, that's my brother. Now, who are you, girly girl?
Surrounded by meatheads.
I do concur. Names, please. So I'm looking at both of them.
I'll give you my name if you first give yours, ma'am.
Isabella.
My name is Eric.
E-R-I-K, I presume. Carver. Lovely. Lovely to meet both of you. I assume one of you is from here, at least.
From where exactly? Our character?
From this region of space, whatever region of space we're in.
You guys are currently in the Lyran Alliance. Or at least the border of it and the Free Worlds League.
Okay.
Oh,
What
Oh,
was
definitely
formerly
not.
the Free Worlds League.
tuh. Never be caught dead here near the Free Worlds League.
Yeah, I'm nowhere from here.
May I ask where?
Independent system nobody cares about.
Usually the independent systems are the most fascinating ones, being some of the most critical. Whether they know it or not.
My system
Yeah.
is not important. Not yet, anyway. One day, hopefully.
This is the way of the player saying they have no idea what the actual geolog or what the map looks like, so we have no clue what our systems would actually be.
Oh no, I know where my systems actually be.
Okay.
And
This is called I have no idea. I said
Yeah.
independent
Yeah.
system, and my character grew up as mercenary. So
No.
but it's not.
Are the
important.
mechs in this room or no, Jim?
Yeah, you can see two mechs in this chamber. Both of them are obviously not the one you've more or less inherited.
Yeah. I'm like looking over to the mechs and she like does like a whistle. I'm not gonna break your ears, but she's like, big fucking mechs. At least the one on the left there.
yep,
May I ask how you acquired it?
I stole it right out of the hangar.
Huh. Bullshit. They call my
Out of a
stories
clan
bullshit.
hangar.
Out of a client hangar. Yeah.
How ludicrous is this tale?
Fairly.
And
It's
how
true.
real is this tale?
100%.
100%. She looks over to the other person. Would you say it's 100% real? I'm assuming he's told you already.
Yeah, that's right. I highly doubt he was able to just steal it out of the hangar.
I mean, the clans are generally, no offense if any of you are from there originally, inept in most things.
I ask you to not insult me by even saying that I might be from there. The clans.
Understood.
I'm not gonna lie, I got lucky, but I got it out of the hangar.
Luck is almost everything. On top of, well, skill. But I would assume you'd have made fucking lovely enemies stealing a heavy mech. What is it? 50 tons? 60 tons? In that range?
I believe
60
70.
tons.
GM, do I recognize the pattern?
It would be in your mech's particular codex, not the actual loadout, but you do know that's a Mad Dog.
A Mad Dog. Not bad at all. And then a Bushwhacker, I presume?
Indeed, one of the good mottos for medium mechs. One of the best, I say.
Not terrible.
And don't forget brand new, technically.
Oh yeah, brand new. Perfect. Good job.
Brand new.
Not brand new. It's been my family for a
Question,
while.
GM, how old is the Mad Dog in comparison to like the Bushwhacker?
The design, I think, if I'm remembering right with your guy's current year, it'd be at least 30 years older.
Alrighty.
Although one day I do hope to get my hands on heavy mech. Those are better.
Now, the Bushwhacker design itself is, for that loadout.
The loadout's brand new.
Yeah.
The mech itself is a very decently old model.
Yeah, the mech itself is about, if I'm remembering right, 80 years older.
Most likely.
It's an ancient fuck.
And now that I take a look, I'm fairly certain the Vulture model, or I'm fairly certain this model here might actually be a Prime. Or at the very least, close to it, because I think the only difference would be in the lasers.
Yeah.
There's a shoulder pods up here. Where did they... There they are. Where's my Mad Dog? Here we go.
Just like to put this in perspective, my character would still be in like the bodysuit that you'd see in the token picture.
Mm-hmm.
Should be in that.
Yeah, my character's still in his thing, except that he doesn't have a helmet on right now.
Yeah.
I'd say my character's fairly the same in that picture. Minus the metal parts, of course.
Hmm. She's like
Minus
she's
the earring.
taking a glance at each of your mechs right now. Like she's kind of like studying it. See what she can see.
So, where's your mech?
I believe it's not on ship yet because I haven't signed any paperwork. I'm curious to meet the fellows that I'll be working with, obviously you two, talking apparently about ludicrous tales about your service and all of that. Though I suspect you, as she looks over to the Mad Dog pilot, did not serve proper.
I mean, I got paid for my service. Ran in, fought alongside a bunch of people, and so do you mean like as part of an actual military or part of a unit?
She looks at you like, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
It's like, yeah, I've been a merc since the start.
Huh. Fascinating. And you?
Me?
Yes.
I had military career for a little bit, but was not for me.
For a little bit. You
4
look
years.
ancient compared to most people in this hangar.
I'm not that old. I might be slow, but I'm not that old. Now, I had the military career for a little while. It's not that long. I mean, 6 years max.
6.
Yeah.
What'd you serve?
The military, of course. Against the clans.
Hmm. Wonderful. I am currently in a lighter mech than both of you. I think maybe half the tonnage of that. She points over, like she does like a head nod towards the Mad Dog.
Really, it's like half the tonnage of a Mad Dog?
60 ton, 30 ton, something about that.
Damn.
Dang. Okay, just
I'm
starting
in
out
a
light.
light. I'm in a light mech.
Emphasis on the light, man.
Yeah.
No, emphasis on light is when you get to the 20-ton mech.
Yeah, exactly. The ultralight mechs.
Oh, that's not even ultralight. That's just where light mech starts.
I know.
Yeah.
I forget the fucking tonnage of my mech. I think it's like 50.
85.
Mine's
You're
85?
yeah, yours is
55.
5.
55.
Yeah,
I heard 85.
Yeah,
Wait, how,
your medium tonnage mech is only 5 fucking tons. Don't worry about it.
no, I thought
You
you said.
fit 5 mechs with that thing.
No, I thought you said.
probably-
I thought you
Yeah,
said 85. I was like, how the fuck am I heavier than you? There's no way in hell.
Oh, yeah. No.
Wouldn't that put you in assault mech
Yeah,
territory?
that
Anyway.
would be assault mech territory.
Yeah, that's right where assault mechs start, I think.
Yeah.
I just realized. I think Carver's the only person here who doesn't have his face shown in his pictures. I guess we'll probably describe that since he's doesn't have the helmet on right now.
No, the question
Not
is
a terrible looking guy. He's got a light scar across his left cheek, and what seems like a very tiny burn on temple. And he's got like really short, just jet black hair, a bit greasy, and looks fairly young actually. Not as young as crap. What the hell was your character's first name again, Raven?
If you like, there is a card right
in the
here.
corner.
He looks maybe a year older than Raven's character. If
Isabella, or Dringo.
that. Isabella, right? Yeah, he looks maybe a year older than Isabella.
You just gave us your last name, right? Or did you give us your first name, Raven?
I only gave you my first name.
Which was Isabella. Alright, making sure. We are only on a first name basis, no last names.
Yeah.
Personally, my last name and then the furthering of that last name is, well, too much. I don't know you that well yet. Nor do I hope to know you that well.
I doubt that will happen. But I hope we can become good friends.
If I may interject.
Oh, boss, of course. What you want?
Now that you all have taken the time to introduce yourselves to one another, Miss Isabella, if you would sign the paperwork, please. Then our crews can also get on the task of loading your mech in the bays, and I can proceed to our first job that I've arranged for you both, you all.
Why, yes, the paperwork was left in your office. Unless if you picked it up.
Has a spare
And he
copy.
actually does bring out he actually does bring it out of a little suitcase at his side.
Turns out he just has like 10 spares on him just in
Yep.
case.
I'm always prepared for the perfect plan. And such a
She, like,
dumb-
looks for a suitable place to, like, sign her name.
I don't know. How large is Eric here? Just use him.
I'm 7'1", I believe.
Jesus, you're huge.
I have no
I
idea
have
how
a
to
big
fit
body.
your mech.
I have very strong body, as you see from my muscle building. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I would have a fucking curling iron be pumping as we speak. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, dude, you are over a solid foot taller than my guy.
Yes, you're just
Isabella is like she's tiny, you guys. She's like 5'6".
Dude, my guy's 5'10".
You need to pump,
With
man.
with
Seriously,
a bot of 5.
You need
Yeah.
to keep pumping, Carver, otherwise you'll be this little girly man for the rest of your life. You need the
I'm gonna be
muscles
honest,
like
I'm
this.
surprised you can even fit in your mech.
I make
Isabella
adjustments, custom made with that cockpit.
Isabel finds like a spot to write her name and she writes it out. She does not write the entire name though. She only writes her first and her last that she's given so far.
I'm surprised they didn't make you a battle armor pilot.
It was tempting, but I
then-
said no.
Well then, with this signature, we can begin. And, given a few hours, I will be seeing all of you in our briefing room.
Oh, yeah.
Understood.
And with that, Hans takes the paper and starts walking away. You see him signal, like make a hand signal to one of the men down in the work bays, who he immediately starts running off and shouting at some of the little engineering tech hands. And these little greenies all start running out. The bay doors open to, the planet that you guys are on, which nice green planet, city nearby. Standing several feet away is a small hammer, or I should say yards.
Oh.
A few hundred yards.
Are the work crews, what are they speaking?
German.
German, okay.
I can actually understand them.
Oh, guten Morgen, this is Urgenhalden.
Can
I
anybody
can't
else speak
understand a
German?
single word from Eric, though.
Of course not, I speak German and it affects a very thick accent. And very other things.
Isabella, she'll go to like the edge of like where they're loading it up. She'll just sit on the edge of the mech bay and she'll just kind of watch, amused.
Have they got some specialized equipment that out there waiting that, lifts up the mech and starts bringing it into the bay, into specific positioning?
She looks very, very annoyed when one part of the paint chips. She looks very, very annoyed.
Shut up, motherfucker!
Carver's just standing there watching, as people start trying to work on his mech. Like, no. It's 3 degrees to the left, because if you don't, then it becomes uneven. Took a little bit of a shot to the leg there. Come on, man. I do this every day.
Yeah.
Keep up
Now,
the
of course,
good
most
work.
of these guys are just pure up greenies, so of course, obviously, there's only a handful of these guys who actually know exactly what they are doing, and they are definitely directing all the others on what to do.
So I guess at that point, if there's somebody who looks like he's starting to screw up on Eric's mech, and like there is no supervisor around to correct him, like Eric's gonna walk over like, no, you move it this way.
Yeah, the mech hands that you guys have in both bays amounts to maybe 16 people.
Decent amount, I guess.
Yeah.
Are they working on my mech as well, or just those two?
Basic maintenance on yours. It's just basic maintenance being done and preparation for possible takeoff and a jump after that.
Understood.
But several hours pass by, and unless you guys plan to do anything in particular, go around the ship and meet a few hands, pump with sociopathic.
Well, of course, I must pump with my other brother. I must keep pumping to get that out of my system for the day.
I'm just gonna like as he's saying that, it's like slowly turning to Isabel with an eye raise, slowly turn back to him.
She holds up like, hold on a minute finger, goes to her mech, like starts boarding the mech, goes into the cockpit, right?
Right.
And just pulls out, as she's getting out of like the cockpit and all, she like pulls out like a wine bottle and comes back over to Carver. It's like pops it off just like nonchalant.
Well then.
Alright.
I will take off one wine.
It's time to go pumping.
Well then, as you guys apparently get this socializing and a little bit of wine drinking done, how much of that wine bottle are you actually planning to drink?
Probably for me, maybe a few sips at most.
Is there a way to
For
private
Carver,
check?
I'm curious.
Carver,
It's good. It's good wine.
It's good wine, but
How do you,
probably going to have max one glass, not really a wine. Also, we're right before a deployment, so
It's gonna take some time before the deployment.
Yeah.
Like a week or something, right?
Oh, is it?
Jumps it takes a long ass time.
I know,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure if we were going to deploy on the planet we were right over.
But Well,
Mr.
Oh,
GM
once-
is deployment in a week or 3 hours.
it's gonna be even longer than a possible week.
Okay, so he'll actually no, because he doesn't want to be drunk during the briefing.
We still got time. So, hey, question for you guys. Is there a way to private chat on this thing? Do you know?
I don't know. I've had a character do that before, but
'Cause
No clue with this one.
Gotcha.
Cat
All right,
chat settings,
all right, in that case, I'll just send messages through Discord then for now.
auto hide chat.
Actually, wait, what am I doing? I got fucking Steam.
But
What the fuck am I talking about?
as you guys are meeting with that way, hey, you finally get your chance to go to the briefing. Nothing really wrong happens. The only thing that's really wrong that happens to you is, oh, you're just hearing, yeah, pump it, pump it.
Oh,
Please.
is that when Eric and the other guy are off pumping?
Oh, oh yeah, and you're just hearing that guy, just, yeah, now sing the Lyran Alliance as they're pumping. And he just starts singing the Lyran Alliance national anthem as he's pumping.
I'm assuming me and Isabella just sitting there like slowly taking sips from wine glasses. Like, I was expecting him to have to take him out to dinner first. Oh well.
the f-
I was checking a command. It doesn't work. Sad. She just sits back and she just nods. Well, at least he's only in a medium mech
Yeah.
and not in a light and running around like an idiot.
Speak of someone.
But yeah, once you guys get to the briefing room, Hans is already sitting at the desk. Everything's been nicely set out, and every
First
now and then there's
OCD.
some noise coming over his walkie-talkie, and as people are giving different reports to him. But he's saying there's actually a galaxy map pulled up. Up on the galaxy map itself, as you go towards what's considered the core of the inner sphere, it has the Blake Dominion marked out. Or protect, I can't remember that name. I always zoomed in on that. Then you have a more of a zoomed in portion of where you guys are, which is bordering now what's like 3 different states that are kind of superimposed over the top of what is the Free Worlds League. You have the Lyran Alliance, and then you have a Clan Jade Falcon's territory marked out just above them. And he's kind of waits for each of you to take a seat. And I'm going to actually ask you even that little bit of details. How are you guys going to take your seats?
Do you mean like how I'm going to sit down or where I'm going to sit down?
Yeah, like how you're going to sit down and where you're going to sit down. Think of this like the typical military briefing / classroom setup.
Is it a meeting room or
It's a meeting room.
so like the boardroom sort of concept where there's 2 heads and all that?
Yep.
She'll sit on the opposing head.
Carver will just sit to the right, just relax a bit in his chair.
I'll sit straight down the middle. In front.
But good, you all arrived. Now, the briefing will be kept simple and enough to the point. As he starts hitting buttons and the screen kind of focuses in more on this one location that's right between the Lyran Alliance and Clan Jade Falcon. Allow me to introduce you all to Planet 11-5. Otherwise known as -5 to the locals. This planet, unfortunately, has been suffering a severe case of terrorism ever since the beginning of the Jihad. And good enough for us, we are going to be getting paid for subsidizing their military forces as they put up with their terrorist problem. Now, the on-the-scene situation is that we are going to be joining with another mercenary unit, and we are going to be guarding medium-level assets to the nation. There, an alliance is willing to pay us substantially for our participation, and our expected combat time will be minimal. Any questions?
I have question 2. Oh, no, 3. 3. 1. What kind of terrorists, or how powerful are the terrorists do we have?
The terrorist organization apparently has been calling themselves the Warriors of Hyphen.
Do they too have mechs?
A minimal number of mechs, mostly purchased through Clan Diamond Shark, or older mechs taken from previous battle zones.
So should we be expecting large amounts of infantry, tanks, mech regiment coming at us?
With your position, most likely it will just simply be the defending of resources from a possible terrorist attack. Most likely suicide vehicle, the typical cowardly way of fighting.
Oh, yeah. Quick question, Cody. Do we see this map right now as like a little holograph of like our what's it gonna be like, or
Not
no?
this one quite yet.
Understood.
So
Because you've actually gotten some like top-down photos of several different similar locations.
Understood.
So we're setting off car bombs before they get too close to where we're defending.
In order to ensure that the reactors of the planet remain functioning and the planet's only valuable resource, its fuel exports.
All right.
What about this other mercenary company? What do they have?
They will be bringing in much more significant forces. However, since they are also participating within the Jihad, and have joined with Mr. Delvin's coalition against the Ward of Blake, like they haven't had enough forces to actually cover all the contracts they've taken on, and so have subsidized with external mercenary forces of less repute.
All right.
And the organization, and though is simply just known as the Smiling Suns.
They sound nice.
Apparently, they're offshot from the Federated Suns, who broke away from their military after a dispute.
Alrighty. So, pay-wise, are we looking at a flat paycheck, scrap?
You will be receiving. I have been able to negotiate that we will be receiving what for us would look like 40%. And of all. Wow. Give me a second. I just completely word blanked.
Bar.
Salvage. 40% of all salvage. And a 1/3 percentile of their total pay.
All right.
I assume those negotiations are final.
Yes.
Isabella doesn't look exactly happy.
However, we should be keeping in a note that there will be more situations on planet that will most likely give us opportunities. Thus why I put together the particular crew that we have here.
As Carp, he looks around like, yes, the crew. Or he doesn't say it, but he's just looking around at the crew of 1, 2, each for the entire.
What was that? You kind of cut
Yeah,
out.
it looks like. Oh, Carver's just like, as he says crew, just like kind of like turns his head once to the right, once to the left, looking at the crew of 3 people.
Meanwhile, it's like using one of those fucking, what are those things? You things that kind of stretch out your hands, the bracers. Where the fuck? You just see me fucking just pressing it constantly.
Must pump.
I must constantly pump. Unless I am fighting, then I am pumping while fighting. Anyway, final question. What are we know? I know it's fuel, but what resources or key locations will we be protecting? I don't know why my accent's changing constantly, but I can't come up with a fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger voice that well.
All you have to do to get an Arnold, just do that over, just do like five
Fine.
times.
Fine, darling. What are we doing with the protection? What are we protecting?
Told you. See, it's working.
Yeah. There we go.
You will be guarding the fuel pipelines that go to the planetary reactors, as well as the filtration plants.
Oh,
The plants
fun.
are... The plant purposes I'm not entirely sure about. How you will be co-assigned and purposing with the wardens.
Alright.
And no, there will not be reform that version of the contract either.
And I'm assuming
I like you, Hans. I'll admit that right now. I do like you.
we've got any idea of what position they'll be attacking from, or is it from just about anywhere?
They're terrorists. Most likely they'll be trying to... Looking like they're a bunch of civilian.
Fucking civvies.
Right.
Now, do any of you suffer from transit sickness?
I would not be able to come here if I was.
I got over that a while ago.
Isabella just shakes her head no.
Then good, because we will be taking jump within the week. And we'll be taking off once all of your affairs are in order.
Understood. Oh, there's one more question actually. How's ammo looking for us?
Luckily, your mechs are fully loaded, and we have perhaps the entirety of the operation.
Good. There.
Another question. Are we willing and or able to identify targets on our own will, or is in our contract are we supposed to take targets only?
Say that again? I just blanked out.
Are we willing and able to take our own, like, basically contracts, A? And then are we able to, in this current contract, are we able to identify and eliminate threats, or in our contract are we supposed to only eliminate threats that are identified to us by our employers?
Luckily, the Lyrans have enough common sense in this case to negotiate to allow us as on-the-scene discretions. However, we must be able to positively identify the targets. We're not allowed to kill Lyran civilians, after all. And the next is that we can only expand upon our currently existing contracts, which will, of course, mean that the Smiling Suns will be included with any other contracting that we will. However, if the situation on planet demands, we can easily negotiate with planetary warlords, or nobility, or military.
Understood. In the defense that we're about to commit to, are there any assets that will be available to our call-in, or no?
Unfortunately, everything's been stretched thin.
Typical.
But that's why we've been called in the first place.
It just seems like all the military's failures, they just call in mercenaries. It's quite enjoyable, actually.
And profitable.
More so.
Who needs a hero when you've got a professional?
Are you truly a professional, Carver?
I've been doing this for 3 years.
It's 3 years.
No more questions. If I have more, I'll ask you en route.
Anyone else?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
If you have anything else to discuss about your accommodations or anything else, please take it up with my brother. Oh yeah!
Like,
Those not worthy of the leer and the lie, they only deserve to sleep on the floor.
I love how you're cutting fucking out like in every few sentences. No, this is worthy of the lyric. Like, only worthy of sleeping on the floor.
I think I'll
That's
deal with
your
the
fault.
man later.
What?
That's your fault.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
No, even
Discord's
you're doing
fault.
that for me. Isabella just nods, looks towards big man, shakes her head.
Which big man are you speaking of? There's 2 big men here.
Yeah, how big is the other guy?
Is
Who's bigger?
We're probably the same, aren't we?
No, the other guy is bigger,
Damn.
Oh, wow.
but
curses.
he is probably somehow blood related to a clan element.
Alright. Oh, if I ever find out about that, oh boy. I'm gonna not like him.
Yeah.
Nor would I.
Fuck.
I think I'm the only person here who wouldn't give a damn.
Yeah, because you stole shit from them. You don't give a shit, apparently. They
Yeah,
give
I
a
didn't-
they hate your fucking guts, but not the other way around.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the meeting is dismissed.
Yes, and Hans Gruber has already walked out the room.
Oh, he's already walked out?
Yeah, he left
Yeah.
like a boss. He had more important things to do.
Isabella gets up. She's like, well, I assume that concludes this meeting then.
Yep. Now, quick question. Simulations or training simulations and crap like that, they're a thing, right?
I was just about to ask about that.
The simulations are a thing. They're very cruddy when you do them in your mechs, and it's actually kind of expensive to get your hands on a actual simulation of machine.
Got it. So I don't have it.
Yeah, and in your mechs, you know, you don't get the actual feeling of being in the mech suit. You just go playing sensor games, basically.
Alright.
Score 10 out of 10 hits.
Oh no, you don't even get that much.
I know.
Isabella, after the meeting, is going to explore the ship.
Also, quick question about my backstory. Is this the same mercenary company I've worked with before, or have I signed on with a
This would be a new group.
new group? Alright.
I would be exploring the ship as well after I got my daily dose of pumping in for the day.
More pump, okay.
No, less
Pump,
pump.
pump, pump.
Less pumping. More exploring ship. Need to know people.
And
I get to know people, then I know what to go to.
This is where I go to the most important place on the ship. Where's the bar?
there is no bar.
There's a mess hall, right?
On a ship this size,
I don't know how big the ship is.
Yeah.
I was assuming a big ship has a heavy neck.
it can carry form. Basically, a ship this size is a medium drop ship.
Oh,
So
okay.
there isn't actually a mess hall per se, but there is a small kitchen.
You know Battletech? You know the Leopard? How it gets onto the big ships? It's like that size, I'd presume, right, GM?
A little bit bigger, actually.
A little bit
But-
bigger.
Alright.
Yeah,
Not egg shape, at least.
yeah, it's
Sadly,
not
that
one of
doesn't
those.
help me.
Alright,
Basically, if you play, I think even in the Mech Warrior 4, those weird little ships that would drop the mechs off.
That I constantly shot at and didn't really get much out of it.
That is a small transport.
Got it.
That's a small dropship, and it's just, and this one is a little bit bigger because it also has space to contain some extra supplies and whatnot. Basically, it carries extra cargo for more military purposes, but it's got enough for basically 4 mechs, maybe a little bit of supporting ground forces, and the supplies to sustain the people on board.
Speaking of which, what kind of assets do we have besides like this, the 3 mechs and the 16 mechanical workers?
Well, you guys haven't explored yet, so
I was exploring.
Yeah.
I was at Explore 2.
So you guys kind of find as you explore around this vessel that they have a number of and these are indeed clan elementals that they've purchased recently. And so they actually have a good number of the elemental battle suit, kind of just laying around.
Do they have the pilots?
However, you haven't encountered any pilots.
Turns out it's just going to be infantrymen that they throw in and say, good luck.
Well, I can assume there's one person who could probably pilot this fucking thing.
And there's a you also found, at least encountered the bunking, and when you went into the chamber there was about 3 off-duty Marines. So the ship does have a small Marine complement to guard it. Maybe about a platoon's worth of men, maybe 2.
How buff are they?
They look like more or less your average soldier.
Right, we'll work on that later, probably. We'll need to be more
How many
pumped.
eyes sway my way when I walk by?
0. They find you unattractive as fuck.
All of them.
Considering I have the attractive trait Angry
Yep.
Guardians, if I speak to them, and a Charisma 5.
They're too busy looking at my muscles to
Well-
look to you. No.
Yeah, you have a few different people kind of eyeing you up like eye candy. Others who give various different looks of either or disapproval or just curiosity because no one's actually seen you on this vessel before. One person actually makes a call out to Eric Gunner.
Yeah.
Going, so you hired one off the streets, I say.
Do I hear this?
Of course.
Uh-oh. I think Carver's about to probably enjoy what he's about to watch.
Okay. I'll wait for the other mech pilot's fucking response.
So I just want to be clear. So you say I bought one off the street this time?
Yep.
He's saying you got a prostitute.
Alrighty. This was a Marine.
Just now red shirt in his head.
No, I figured I was clarifying, but this was a Marine who said that?
Yep.
Actually, it's a guy in a red shirt.
Yeah. And I'm guessing they know. Based on his response, I guess he knew me for a while.
Well, they know who you are because they have had to travel with you for some time, pick you up and pick up all the other members.
All right. Would I know him? Maybe.
We'll say you do have a little bit of idea.
'Kay.
You at least know the name is Isaiah.
Alrighty. Okay. No. You better take that back, Isaiah. It would be very bad what happens next otherwise.
Whatever, sorry, man. What you do on your own time's your own business.
My character is going to locate her fucking holdout Laz pistol. I'm gonna say Laz pistol the entire campaign.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Because laser is an additional syllable. It's too much.
This is why I've got a deagle.
Please,
Deagle is best. But
Isabella, please don't do
Okay.
this now. It'd be bad enough at the start of career to do this shit now.
You've got your hands on your pistol.
She's just locating it. She's not pulling it out yet.
You know how
Just gonna
Marines
find out where the guy actually is first.
You know how Marines are. They are dumb shit sometimes. But no
Uh,
mind.
You know how grunt heads always are. Not respecting mech pilots. It's fine.
Yeah, he is. Might be a bit swollen than most Marines, but he is very idiot sometimes. I'll tell you this now.
Don't worry, you take a step that's a little bit too close for comfort for them, and or
I mean, it's kind of
Fair enough.
attractive in a way, in a really fucked up way that he thinks I'm one of those. She just shrugs.
Well, I mean, I guess in his head it means you're very beautiful in their eyes.
I'd presume so. She continues to explore the ship.
Off to adventure.
Well, there are a few sections of the ship that you are not allowed access to. Some being both the captain's quarters, the bridge.
Elevator for some reason.
You know, you guys can access the elevator, but
you're just
Captain's
not allowed
quarters,
to go
the
to
bridge.
floor -1.
floor -1, and the gun control chamber.
Okay.
Oh.
Apparently someone's in there. Apparently someone's in there calibrating.
Thank you.
I'm assuming we all have our own private quarters, or at least I do, considering I would probably be like the only female on the ship.
You're not the only one, but you are afforded private quarters because
So
you
say-
are all mech warriors.
So to say, I would highly doubt you're the only female. But
Maybe one of the few.
One of the few is good enough.
the proud, the female.
Maybe not the proud.
The few, the proud, the females.
You're a mech warrior, so you get away with having your own room.
Yeah. With that in mind, my character is going to find, over the course of like maybe the first week, she's going to speak to the other females of the crew.
All right. Well then, that one I'm going to want to roll from you, and let me look at your character sheet. Because I have it, or have the one I'm thinking of at least. If I can figure out how you set up yours.
7. And then
Language.
if they're
leadership.
attracted to my gender, +2, even if they're not, +1. And then Gregarious has, I think, a +2. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think. I forget what Gregarious does.
I am naturally
So
like, approachable.
The in bold ones are just the grand totals, right?
Yeah. Like the XP thing
Yeah.
for the skills, yeah, those are the amounts. I haven't done all the calculations.
Yeah, I'm just checking the skills.
And then all the talents and traits would be fucking the 100. So
Yeah, kind of as I thought that you'd be running the career soldier. Actually, technically that one.
very
Cool.
close.
I'll probably be trying to gather around the good old Marines so we could do some more pumping. We need to get you a bit shaped like
But-
me if you want to be
with that-
good.
For that, you actually do find like 4 female Marines.
I would
About
like the female
three,
Marines too.
3 of the maintenance crew are all women, and the main pilot, if she ever leaves the cockpit, she kind of seems antisocial. Like she comes out, she's glaring at everyone, unkempt hair, and she usually only comes out for food or bathroom, and then she disappears back into the cockpit for some reason.
Any
Why
medical
do I
crew?
find that attractive?
You find that
There
shit.
is a there is medical, but
So
he's a
do-
douche.
Is his name
He's a
Dr.
douche.
Ashman?
No.
Oh.
I think I know the story.
Biggest
She-
douche in there.
She's gonna stay away from medical, but she'll chill with the maintenance and the Marines over the first week. The female ones.
Yep.
I'll probably be just hanging out with maintenance in general.
Like, she's not gonna make it look like she's like only chill, like wanting to chill with the female crew, nor is she only willing, but she will seek them out first in the first week. Try to create like some bonds, maybe share some alcohol and all that. Not her wine though. It's her
Right.
wine.
This her wine. My
That's Mech Warrior wine. Only Mech Warrior guys get it.
Only Mech Warrior people get it. But she'll definitely chill with anyone, but she'll specifically seek out the female for the first week, and then after like it gets around and all that, she'll chill with some of the Marines, but she's not going to sleep with any of them for obvious reasons because they're jarheads.
And with that, you also pick up from the Marines that, yeah, they all had a very hard time getting into this group. But they do get a little extra pay compared to most starting Marines.
Nice.
Any of them have experience in other campaigns? Or most notably, any of them do not?
They all have experience on the field. That's part of the thing. And part of the only reason that they have experience on the field and that being a thing is because a certain someone would beat the snot out of anyone who wasn't Lyran.
I'm surprised he hasn't beaten the shit out of me.
And me. Carver's not.
Well, apparently they, in particular, they are actually directly under.
Understood.
And so, you know, they are all pretty upset with him, and they do not like him. But basically, the gist of it is, in their first week, he demanded they sing the Lyran national anthem.
And we're like, what the fuck is it?
And, you know, the ones that aren't Lyran would obviously not know it off the top of their heads and not know how to hum the theme as they're singing it. And so, you know, he just knocked them out with a single punch if they couldn't. At random points of the day as well.
Nice.
Sing the anthem!
I'm probably also hanging out with some of the mechanics.
Meanwhile, I'll be trying to hang out with the Marines, do some pumping, see if they can teach me some things about what they do. Be better at punching.
The mechanics are generally pretty nice people. Most of them are like, this is in a way their version of college. So some of them are a lot younger than you guys.
Yeah.
But
I'm
this
17.
is kind of how. But this is kind of how they are learning how to be mech mechanics.
I guess in that case, like every once in a while, Carver's also be like, no, you gotta twist it this way, because if you do it this way, you're gonna get blasted in the face with a bunch of fire. I learned that one the hard way.
And they're obviously kind of being treated as students by the three actual mechanics of the ship. Those three, I mean, they are probably pretty brilliant people in their own respects, because one of them apparently is capable of just fixing something with absolutely no materials to properly fix it.
Nice.
Jury rig's the best skill. But, like, especially when they're with my mech, I'm definitely, like, staying around, and every once in a while, like, if somebody's really like, like, just, like, coming over, and, like, just showing him how he's supposed to do it.
After the first few days for my mech, I'm not really as caring as I build trust towards the mechanics, even though they're rookies.
Right.
I'll give them their space, and they'll give me mine.
And after a while, you guys actually do get basically a notice that flares through the ship. Prepare for, you know, a brace for impact, and it does a countdown. After a while, there's a loud clang, and you can physically feel the ship clamping onto something.
Oh, that was close. I almost dropped my set. 30, 31, 32.
My character will find a spot that's like secure, and she'll like grab like a handlebar or whatever and like hold herself in place.
Yeah,
as the ship like shakes for a second, he's gonna quickly like reach over and grab a wrench before it falls somewhere it really shouldn't. He's like, "Whew, that was close."
And yeah, that's basically exactly how things are going in the mech bays. Even is a few of the greener mechanics and as the old ones are, you know, have their hands on their foreheads, are like swimming through the air trying to catch pieces are flying off in the low gravity. And then after that, then about an hour later, you guys get another little notice that the ship's about to jump. And then after that, the ship does its first jump. And you guys are given a notice that in 1 week's time, they'll be doing the next jump. And after that, it'll be 2 days until you guys arrive on your destination planet.
All right. By the way, do you have a way to communicate with people outside the like send like a message or something?
There are ways to send messages. It is very difficult currently because the Word of Blake has issued a whiteout.
Oh yeah, I
So-
forgot about that. Yeah. Fuck.
So with the whiteout, basically, there's a lot of white noise going through the comm nets, but you can get messages via various different means, including, since you guys are in the Lyran Commonwealth, the Black Box. Or I keep on saying Commonwealth. Lyran Alliance. Piece of technology known as the Black Box.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, how long has the Jihad been going on for?
By this point, it started in 67, so you guys are looking at 13 years of war.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been a while. All right.
Yeah.
Isabella will, over the next week, she'll get to learn about her fellow mech pilots and their loadouts and all that. She's
Oh.
wanting to hear everything about your mech, just to put that out there.
Understood.
What do you guys plan to share with her?
Now the bushwhacker. That's no jump jet, so no jumping around like little girly man. In this case, from what I can tell, I'm guessing the bigger and heavy mech and you do not have it. But I am good at short and long range, or medium range. Sorry. I do the heavy
Specifically those
damage.
two engagement ranges.
Hmm?
Specifically those two engagement ranges, short and medium.
For the most part, I can do long range, but it's harder to hit that way, of course. Now, I don't have many guns, but they do pack punch. So, if they get even close to me, they will be dead men. Or women, one or two. And I can constantly fire, not to worry about heat whatsoever.
Understood. Is ammo an issue for your loadout?
It should be fine if any, unless it's prolonged, very long engagement. Otherwise, I'd be fine. If not, I punch things. That always works.
Perhaps punching won't always work.
It's always useful.
It's always an option for a medium. Do a little nod. What weapons are you equipped with?
I am equipped with SRM4s, LB-10 Ultra autocannon, and a plasma rifle. Very unique stuff with that plasma rifle. It should come in handy indeed.
And an anti-missile system.
Ah, that too. So I don't have to worry as much about missiles as everybody else.
Luckily, I memorized that one last night, so I'll be able to tell you off the top of my head if you ever have to fire it.
Alright, nice.
Understood. I'm gonna hammer, as you can see over there. LRM boat is effectively how it works. Fire support. I mostly have it kitted out for sensor operations, since I was usually the sensor unit of my team. Eventually, I got turned into part of the command lance before my service ended.
Yeah, it makes sense you'd be light sensors with light mech like that.
Yep.
Just nod. She'll do the exact same thing to Carver.
I'm
There's-
surprised
well,
we all have the
Mad
same
Dog
exact fucking...
Prime, loaded out with large and medium pulse lasers on each arm, and 2 LRM-20s in the middle. Next
Okay.
punch. Quick question, out of character. That'd be basically mid to long range engagement, right?
Yeah, just about. Well, you're good against
Yours,
all.
yeah, basically, yeah, medium to long range, particularly long range.
Yeah, it's like
Preference to long range.
I'm honestly
Yep.
surprised that we all have the same fucking speed. I feel like that's like the light mech would be a bit faster than us.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah.
But
My urban's faster than all of you. Behold, it's 3 movement.
Wow, I'm surprised. I'm the only one who would not have heat at the end of any round. Or shooting. If I alpha
What?
strike. I'm just like, if I alpha strike, like, shoot out all my weapons, I'm the only one who would not create heat.
assuming there are no environmental modifiers.
Even then, I think. Well, barely if there's like a plus 10 heat thing or something like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But unless you guys have something in particular you plan to do while traveling, trying to break your way into the cockpit for no reason.
I wish to see
Who
this.
she still has not left the cockpit.
Yep.
She's not even piloting, and she's still in there.
Yep.
I wish to see who the man who's calibrating the guns. No.
You find a monkey with a wrench.
Huh. Very good. Another thought I see monkey again. Weird. But bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, eventually, Carver, he's not going to so much like sit there and teach them, and basically teach those students how to do or how to work the mech. 'Cause, like after a week, I'm assuming he's pretty good on it, or they're doing at least better than before. And he's probably just sitting back and relaxing, chatting with them when they're off.
With how big those mechs are just how many systems in the mechs are, these kids are going to be learning pretty much all year round.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let's say it's
But
perfect
for the
time.
weapon systems, after a week, it's until specific little issues come up that with the weapon systems, it's pretty much handled. So all they're doing is just reloading and unloading ammo.
Yep.
Well, then I'd say this is perfect time to bond as battle mech comrades. Come, join me. We shall have a good drink. And
You
maybe do
missed the alcohol already.
Well, there'll be more alcohol, of course. There's always more. And maybe some pumping if you would like. It would not hurt to increase your muscles. Especially you, girly man. With those puny arms.
Do I have a higher strength than you? I honestly can't recall.
He's a girly man, so man.
said-
Well,
I said
what's your
gr-
strength?
Fuck, it's 5.
My strength is no negatives.
You have a bot of 5.
I have a bot of 5 and a strength of 4 or 5.
Let me check.
I don't have
Because
the-
I have your character sheet
Yeah.
saved on a photo.
Thank you.
Because I've got body 4 and
There's
strength
Carver.
4.
I have more body than you. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, you've got more
Strength
body.
6.
Oh yeah, strength 6.
We have the exact same strength.
Yeah.
Do you believe? No, I have a strength of 3.
You have a strength of 3.
Yeah, and body of 4. But
Per-
my charisma is 5. And then everything else is basically like 4 or 5.
Carver's actually not bad. He's got strength 4, body 4. He's a little bit above average.
You're okay, but I mean, compared to me, you need more muscles. You need to build up more if you want to be even more strong in case mech goes down. And when it
And
goes
with
down,
your explorations, you guys have found a gym.
yep. I
It's
didn't
partially
need
been put
exploration. I
together by
found
the
it.
guy- Well, it's partially been put together by one of your fellow mech pilots, partially put together by a complete and utter sociopath.
And also, I have also constantly invite the Marines and anybody else who is willing to pump, who needs to pump. And Kava, I believe you need to pump. But before that, drink and get to know each other, then we pump. I tell you the story about Hans, my good old friends Hans and Franz, maybe.
But if that's the only thing you guys do, we're gonna hit the fast forward button on time.
You see, it's like
Unless-
constantly pumping. It's
Fast
just
forward button gets hit, suddenly, like our drinks, like we all get knocked out. Like, God damn, I spilled it.
all of a sudden you kind of see it's like when will then be now? Soon.
When is soon? Now. Wait, what?
Isabella will
What can we
not
get? We
partake
can't.
in drinks.
We can't. Why? We just missed it. When? Just now. When would that
Yeah,
be now?
Isabella will not take in part with drinking if it's like mild alcohol.
Oh
When
no,
I say
no,
mild,
no,
I mean like beer or anything.
no,
She's not
no.
taking-
Some of the stronger stuff. Something.
She's not partaking, especially then. Has to be classy.
What is more classy than the good old drink of my heritage? Mead. It is not only classy for my country. Or my sector, you can say, I guess. I don't know. It's very strong.
Guys were like, why the hell not?
She doesn't partake.
How strong
Okay.
is this stuff?
Concerning,
If this is supposed to take down Russian, if this is supposed to take down Austrian bear man, how
yeah, I was about to
How much
go.
of-
Where's your bod rolls?
yeah?
You want
how
to
much-
robots? Alright.
Oh, you actually want us to roll? Okay.
I like how I'm not partaking, but I still rolled.
Yeah, I don't know why you rolled.
Because I didn't like my number. It
You
was
would take.
annoying.
You would take it like a champ.
And no, it fell. Damn it, it fell.
And you get the +1 because of your bod score.
Really, a +1
Where
only.
is it? God dang it! Where'd my There it is.
Well, yeah, because if you're at a 3, you're at a -.
Come on,
Yeah,
let's go,
I'm at
let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, that's right. I'm at a
Hey,
5. Right, I'm at a 5 though, so that's be a.
Yeah,
you can
that's
roll.
+1.
Let's
Oh,
see
yeah,
if I can
sorry.
actually
Apologies.
roll it.
+0.
And
Apologies.
Come on.
3.
Hell
My
out.
good friend Carver is drunk.
Yeah, you're fucking. You. No, he's not even drunk. He's fucking knocked out.
After basically a glass and a half, you wasted.
I probably. I would stop myself after he just gets fucking wasted that quickly. It's like, man, you need to really build up your bod if you're gonna drink this stuff. Come on.
No, I'm good. My body is perfectly fine. Believe me, that is. Well, none of them are on this ship, but there are a lot of women who would agree that my body is fantastic. Now,
No, you don't
here,
want to.
let me show you. I'm gonna like he's gonna go like try to take off his shirt. Like it's
I'm
gets
going
stuck
to
over his head and falls
I'm
over.
I was about to say, I'm going to punch you if you do that. Do you only take off your shirt when you're pumping? You're not pumping.
It's like
Hey,
no,
don't-
let me. I'm gonna show you. Like he gets punched and falls over, hits his head on the table.
Yep.
Ow.
I told you I'd punch you. You seem
that
like
point-
good man.
Oh god,
No, you
I
s-
need to grab dice and roll something.
Now you seem like good man, Carver.
Highs or
but-
lows?
For who? I'll say
Nope.
lows.
Ooh.
That's a high.
It's medium.
Okay, so the moment you got punched in the gut and hit the table, the jump ship jumped again.
Bam! Even extra hard.
Well, no. In that situation, I believe how jumping works and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Could you give me another body roll,
Me
Great.
or Carver?
Carver?
All right, good luck, Carver.
So,
Puke your
Get over
gut. Let's see if you puke
Damn
your
it.
guts. Just select one. There you go. And if you want, you can always just
and- yeah,
1,
6.
6. All right, that's not bad. So 6.
You're not going to puke your guts out.
Just. You have
Like,
very.
I'm picturing like he gets punched in the gut, so he goes up, then falls to the side, his head there, and then suddenly gets pulled out, like pulled away before he can actually hit the ground. Like smacks like into a row of chairs or something. Ow!
I fucking love the stupidity already. It's good.
Because low gravity, plus
Plus
jump,
plus
plus
punch your
jump,
stomach
plus alcohol, plus head hitting table.
equals disaster. Okay, thank you for the character sheet. I really appreciate that. It's gonna be helpful. In
Yep.
fact, what's that one thing to do to kind of hide your shit?
I don't actually. I have not done that yet.
Psycho.
Carver's I'm assuming at this point he's out cold.
Nah.
Yeah, you're-
Oh yeah, sure.
You'll be out for a little bit, not for long.
I take him to see
Does he
the.
get taken to the med bay?
I was about to say yeah. I'll take him to the med bay to make sure he. if he needs something for that head. But Psych, you did it earlier. But how you do it? You hide shit.
You grab the zone hidden.
The zone hidden. Okay. Oh, I see it.
Okay.
There we go.
Also, you gotta watch out because I can still see it because it doesn't completely encompass it.
Oh, now you can't see
And
it.
no,
I
because it's poking out the bottom now.
Okay.
So here, let me do something for you.
Yeah.
And let me get it out until it's
And
inside.
I can still see it for some reason.
Weird.
Well, it's technically a board, and it's so unlock, lock.
Alrighty.
Yeah, unlock. Still visible.
hang,
Yeah, I
let,
don't know.
hang on. Let me try again.
But
That's why I just have it up on my phone.
yeah, the moment you guys arrive in the medical bay.
Yeah.
Well, what check is that again? Main book. Here we go.
You can still see, correct?
Yeah, we can still see it.
Eh.
Why did it not open up the main book?
I mean, I don't even. Where is my?
Oh yeah,
How the fuck do you do it then?
I-
God damn it.
Where is my? Oh, wait, there's. Okay, you know what? I've got my character sheet left.
because I need to go to traits now.
Let's do that for now. Now no one will
Because
know.
I had a horrifically funny idea.
Yeah, I bet. I bet you fucking do.
I can't wait for Raven to
See us is all
come back,
fucking
like,
knocked out.
Just as soon as this is all over, and then his character is going to like come out like, so how was the drinking, boys? And then
Brrr.
it was okay. Like I'm just saying, like with the
It was great.
ice pack on my head, drinking some orange juice, like it was okay.
It was good. Nothing happened. Nothing
He's got a
happened.
hangover. Actually, no. He's got a hangover cure in his hands. Like,
What the fuck?
Okay, what is the roll for that check?
Oh, that's why. Oh, weird. The thing's completely black now. The little board.
Okay, there we go. I need you to roll me just your 2d6 straight up.
Me?
No, Carver.
Alrighty. Straight up.
let's see. Oh no!
No, that saved your life. That's 6.
It did.
So a 10.
That's a 10, buddy. Total of 10.
You take 10 damage.
Okay. So, fortunately for you, and what the hell happened to the table?
That was my fault. Sorry. Try to fix
Your
shit.
your doctor is, fortunately for you, who he's incredibly able. Is the first thing you notice about him.
Abel?
I mean, he is incredibly Asian.
Oh. Oh, I see. A very Asian. Is his
Oh,
name
yes.
Dr. Kim?
His name is indeed Dr. Kim Un. And his backstory happens to be that his family comes from comes from the Capellan Confederation and has long history with Honus Combine.
Hmm.
Uh-oh.
Draconis a carbine. I see.
Yes. And they have many family dealings with them. And he loves to boast about how many people he's cut open in his lifetime. Especially for the sake of mafia. I mean, not mafia. Yakuza.
Yakuza.
In fact, he's done many finger replacements.
He's done many what?
Finger replacements.
Ah.
I'm really hoping 10 was good.
Dude, yeah, it is. Let's be honest here.
And so, fortunately for you, though, he recognized a fellow scumbag when he sees.
Fellow scumbag. Nice.
And so he gives you a decent treatment and lets you go. And he keeps his eyes on you. You special.
You are very special, and not in good way.
Am I still unconscious during this?
No.
Yeah, no, he said to
You
see
wake
when
up
you're
towards the end of
conscious.
it. He wakes you up.
Am I still drunk?
I'd assume not.
Hungover, more or less.
Oh, please stop talking so loud.
I'm not TR, by the way, at this point. I just drop you off and go. I'm just saying, hello, Miss Dr. Keem.
However, I must warn you. You, dear friend, who have come into my office. The fuck?
What? Thing has disappeared, the character sheet.
Poof.
Boom, here's here. Boop. Is this to me or to Carver?
To Carver.
Alrighty.
I must warn you, dear friend, before you leave. Eve. I've worked many years for Lord Shuai. Bad man.
Great.
See fucking oh wow, really? But there is a
And-
sticky note saying you
and-
need bigger bod.
And Lord Shuai definitely says he definitely remembers you.
Also, wait, GM, you remember the backstory change moment, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah. I want to say I kind of remember him right now, but it hurts to think. Ow.
By the way, I will leave a note for you to say meet me at gym when you wake up.
Well, since you know this, yes, I will let you go. But just remember, he is looking for you.
Yeah, believe me, I know that part.
Always watching. Like that chick from Monsters Inc. Always watching.
And with that, he lets you out of his sick bay after jabbing you with a needle for no reason.
That's Doc. Also, I've now figured out why my character left the previous unit.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
And with that, though, you guys, as if you have anything, unless you have anything else in particular, will be able to pull up and over the planet.
I am good for now. I'm not really good at this social thing just as yet. Besides with mech wars and things have not gone well for Carver.
Yeah, I'll take my hangover cure and maybe head over to the gym.
And Isabel is flat out says no to mead. I mean, come on. Who does not love mead?
Isabella will instead, while this whole drinking issue was going on,
The whole
she
entire
would have
week.
been hanging with the mechanics. Just listening and just hearing, you know, paying attention to them.
One of them is like, yeah, he's the nicest guy I've ever had to work with a while or two. He's a prick. He keeps on telling us what to do.
Fucking. You're always wearing your helmet, right, Carver? Or no? Quick question.
Not always. No, I was not. Normally when I'm piloting.
Gotcha. Making
'Cause
sure.
The helmet actually is really like heavy and
Making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah,
hard to see.
3 to 6 kilos.
He's constantly
So
just
from
wearing it
what-
as a mask.
So from what I've heard, some of them like me and the other ones not so much.
Yeah. One of the things that he is a senpai, the other two think you're just a fucking prick who just keeps telling him what to do. I don't care
I
if
mean,
he's
one of them
helping
really
us.
dropped a wrench inside of the large pulse laser. What the hell was I supposed to do?
I don't know,
I
Baka.
don't hear your side of the story. She is like, yeah, he is quite an asshole sometimes, and other times he can be amazing, but I haven't worked with him yet on the field, so we'll see if he's any good.
When you say that,
That makes no fucking
Girl is
sense.
like, All the girls are immediately like raising their eyebrows at you and just
Innuendo.
No. I'm not into him like that.
He's amazing.
If I
I
was
don't
into
know him
him
though.
like that, he would first off have to be a noble. I'm trying to marry up, you know.
Oh my god.
and with that one, the girls is like, "Aren't you from the Free Worlds League?"
She just nods. She's like, the houses around where I lived were hereditary in most cases, though we did hold up.
Another one's like leaning to another. She does know, right? and they just kind of clamp up about that whole after that.
It would never happen.
She's gonna like focus in on that. She's gonna be like, "No, what?"
Nothing.
And yeah, let's give you make another social roll. And dang it, what is the name of that skill? Just so I can double check on it and be safe. Because for those viewing, I am in my own way somewhat newbie as a GM for this system, but this one would be definitely
9.
I'd say interrogation or investigation. I'll let you claim which one you want to use out of those two.
Interrogate
I
the
have
back out of
neither
them.
of the skills, so investigation.
All right, but you will be getting the +1 from, or the +2 from Gregarious.
Is it a +2 for Gregarious? I know I get a +1 from attractive.
Yeah, it's +2 from Gregarious.
You roll so good that you turned into lesbians.
So-
Congratulations.
That is 11. And with that one, one of the girls kind of just, she opens up to you going, the Lord Thomas Merrick is turned out to be a fake. Like, he was someone that Comstar put in his place, and the lords all turned on each other.
I'm aware. There's a reason I'm leaving the political shit show.
Oh, did you hear his daughter's actually marrying is like together with, someone big? She's definitely marrying up. Oh, there's no question about it. And they go into full gossip mode now.
Oh, she'll gladly participate in the gossip. She will gladly.
Yeah, they're basically gossiping about who her name's Jessica. Currently, it's not Jessica Merrick, but it is Jessica something. Her father, she still kind of tries to embrace the Merrick name, but is kind of hiding it in a way. But to everyone outside, it's kind of obvious that she's still trying to, emulate her father, Thomas Merrick, who wasn't actually Thomas Merrick.
Yeah. No, she'll gladly participate in the gossip.
Ha 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 ha.
The entire time, though, she will never reveal her house.
You failed, psych. Nor should you ever succeed.
But as they gossip, the ship makes its closes in with the world, and you guys get a kind of an overhead scene of the planet where there's various ships that are kind of in orbit, going in and out of the system, making various drop-offs.
Also, that was definitely by accident. I went to hit menu, I went to hit notebook, and accidentally clicked flip.
Good thing you failed. You failed at
I know, I'm so
13.
happy.
Now watch as I do it. No.
Table flips. What the frick?
It was psych, I swear it was him. It says so in chat. Pay no attention to that natural 20 that I rolled.
But you guys are actually capable of then dropping down and actually landing on the planet, and you're landing in a small city not city, but a small township nearby. Was going to be now assigned to you guys by the Smiling Suns, apparently. And it is going to be this map in particular.
When you ever say Smiling Sun, I just think of fucking Mario.
But the Smiling Suns, basically, they're going to be guarding what they consider to be the harder and more glory-giving locations on the planet. One being an open area in the desert, and the other being in a mountain range. Mountain range will be kind of up the pipeline, upflow from you guys.
Yes.
I mean, that's for the best too, because I mean, we don't have jump jets, so it would be a pain in the ass to be in the mountain range. So
That's
good.
true. Although I don't see how it's more glory giving in the middle of the desert.
Oh, easy. The harder the
Feeling-
combat, the better looking you do if you succeed.
No, I know that, but we're dealing with terrorists and things like that who, from what I know, are using tanks and things like that in open field versus mechs.
They're still terrifying.
Yeah, they could still be terrifying. Trust me.
All right.
If you get enough tanks versus one mech or so, you're fucked.
All right.
Potentially.
Now I'm gonna grab my vulture. And you're coming here with me.
Yeah, once you guys get off the drop ship, you notice that's only your 3 mechs, but there is a Lyran
I learned what?
officer
Understood.
who is standing a distance away, and Hans has kind of walked up to him, and they both kind of look towards the mechs, and Hans kind of, gives hand signs for you all to come down.
All right, I'd like to go.
Are you guys gonna go along with
Eric, Gunnar,
with Eric?
Gunnar.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a way to say Gunnar in the
Yeah,
bad accent.
Gunnar. I don't know.
Gunther?
The Hingry Durgan.
Yeah, she
But-
would.
My name is just flat out Eric, ERIC.
Alrighty, I think my vulture can actually hit pretty much anything on this map.
That's good to hear, but that's not the problem at this point in time.
Yeah, I know that.
Social interaction first.
Yeah, I know.
The Lyran officer kind of
Excuse me.
he's in a formal dress uniform. Hans is kind of in a more of a formal business suit.
Oh, so you're saying
And-
Raven wears strip show?
If you guys are watching, she's not hiding much.
All right,
She's putting on the cooling vest, but she's gonna get comfortable for deployment.
all right, all right.
Yep.
Anyway,
And they're both standing there, and the officer looks you all over. All right. I know how you mercenary types are, so I'm going to explain this to you.
mercenaries.
I'm gonna explain this mission to you all. You're guarding the pipeline that's directly linking to our fortification in the mountain ranges. It is down valley from you all. Anything happens to that fuel supply and our reactor goes down. That reactor and that fortification are also the key to all further processing of fuels for exporting off planet for the fusion reactors that we use elsewhere. The Alliance is putting plenty of faith in your kind by paying you all for this, understood?
You got it.
Understood, officer.
Our only purpose
Oh, sorry.
Our only purposes here and for you is to stand there, look pretty, scare off anyone who even thinks of strapping a bomb to the facility or throwing one of them stupid Molotovs. Our military will do the actual combat against the terrorist cell and the hyphen warriors, as they're calling themselves. Will be proven to be the not warriors they actually are when faced with a good old Lyran scout lance.
Does the Lyran Scout Lance all Atlases, of course?
Lights and heavy and assault mechs.
That's right. Quick question. I thought it was the hyphen warriors were the terrorist group.
The hyphen warriors are the terrorist group.
Okay, I was getting confused because it sounded like you say there's like separate terrorist groups or something.
They are one and the same terrorist group.
Understood.
However, the hyphen warriors think that they, just by buying a few mechs and power armor, that they actually can be worthwhile on a battlefield. We're going to show them otherwise. And meanwhile, you're going to take over the duties that are few spare mechs that aren't worthy of combat, would have been doing otherwise. Our pilots get to prove themselves finally. You'll be meeting up with, and he pulls out, like, this paper.
Mm-hmm.
Director Jacobson of this pipeline facility. He'll be manning the sensor net we put up, as well as keeping track of on the actual pipe itself if anything goes wrong. You're dismissed. And with that, he snaps off a Lyran salute and walks away. Meanwhile, Hans kind of smiles at him politely until he looks away, and then just his face drops to a frown. All right, you heard what he said. Make sure we put on a good display. Of course, the man running the facility will be more in charge of actually what happens or not. He understands the situation. He understands how everything works, unlike the officer friend of ours over there. So pay attention to what he has to say. Also, the facility, as not been told, will have a platoon of infantry guarding it.
Alright, so we don't have to worry about that then. As much.
And I'm going to have to apologize for now, but there isn't much to actually say for your deployment other than what he told you, and the fact that any time spent outside your mech will probably be camping. They didn't provide an actual facility for us.
Meh, not to worry.
But they do have a decent sensor net from what they've told me.
Alrighty.
Alright, get in your mechs. Get everything done.
Alrighty. Oh, yeah, that's...
Yippee-ki-yay.
Motherfuckers.
I see.
Like Isabel just legitimately laughs at that because
I see our GM's leaning into Die Hard.
Alright, yeah, of course.
But what was Isabella doing?
She just like legitimately laughs when he says yippee ki yay. With no
Motherfucker.
emotion. It's just dry.
Chance for them to prove they're pilots. Ha! Highly doubt it. More likely to prove them to get killed.
But you now are going to be on this map
Alrighty.
with your mechs when you arrive. Your arrival point, though, will be... How do you ping again? Yep,
Tab.
right there.
Right there? Alright.
But the moment you guys
My
get in
mech's
range,
locked.
how did you lock your mech?
That's a
I
good
did.
question. Well, now
Oh,
can
when you
pick
hit L on it.
I can hit L? Oh, nice. The
Yeah,
more you
L
know.
locks things.
Nah, the more you know.
It's just not letting me pick it up for some reason.
Aha, it's my mech now. I have stolen. What the fuck?
What are you doing?
Where'd you put it?
I don't know. It just disappeared.
Fine, I'll get my spare.
No, it's
there
back
it
gonna
is.
be on back on the table.
There it is. I don't know what the fuck happened. I just hold it and it just fucking launched itself forward.
Imposter! Bang, 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 bang.
I still see a fucking white box for this. So,
Of
you know,
Which mech?
the Mad Dog and mine. So, it's fine.
course,
Gotta
mine,
be kidding me.
mine's the badass, of course, so you can see it so easily. It's
But
not
you can
bad.
still move
Also,
yours, right?
this is the only one
Yeah.
that's colored.
Yeah, because none of you bothered to color yours.
Yep.
We can color?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right click on your
Oh
thing
my
and
god.
then color tint. Now I'm no longer
But-
unique. Quickly, be the Green Ranger. Oh, of course, you'd be black.
Purple.
Looks black to me, but it could be purple. Yeah.
This is black.
He was red for me for some reason.
Yeah, he was red. He changed his color to black, though.
Yeah. But The moment you guys get into radio range. Oh, howdy, y'all! You must be the Lance that they sent out here.
Roger.
Okay, for that. Who is this we're speaking to? I don't know why I sound
My name's Jacobson. I'm gonna be in charge of taking care and watching over the sensor net and all that stuff, and well, also since I am in charge here, basically sending out my crews to check on the pipe. You know, we manage the filtration system mostly here. That and of course the emergency shutdown process. Make sure that, you know, we save as much fuel as possible if there's ever a problem.
Understood, Jacobson. Is our sensor grid military grade, or is it advanced in any degree?
We can tell you how fast things are. Generally, how much of it is moving, and though we can't give you precise tonnage.
Understood. Wonderful to hear that we'll actually have some support.
In that regard, yep.
We should give you a bit of a warning, though. This sensor grid's kind of old in the respect of they put in some new roads. Mostly a thoroughway that's all the way up north from us all. So that one's been causing a little bit of havoc on the thing, if you get what I'm saying.
Understood. Completely get it. Sensors are finicky on their own. Adding other things make them even worse.
But also got scans on the piping going on, so currently the only thing that we got going on is the thoroughway and the thoroughway traffic, and just a few pings on the sensor grid from smaller objects like you know, one or two individual guys out there on their
And
singles
just trying to eyeball this.
unibikes.
Unibikes?
Yeah.
What's a unibike?
What are you, from what, the 2000s? Come on, boy. Unibike.
I don't know.
It's one of them things that one tire, really good bike, big tire, pretty fast and durable. Need good balance though on them. My son's been all up and obsessed over those things for the longest time, and I'm there going, "No, you're not gonna get one."
Kids.
But yeah, we're gonna need to arrange for how you guys are gonna set up around here. The Laren infantry platoon's pretty keen on not sharing too much turf with you guys. They want to stay, you know, they want to stay in the facility, more or less.
Fair enough. Quick question: is the pipe too, or can our mechs fit through the pipe if we try to go through?
You guys can get under the pipe. It's just the whole map itself was a bit difficult to get the pipe on without making it too gigantic.
Understood. Is it fair to say we're kind of free to move, position our troops or mechs anywhere?
More or less.
Alrighty. Then I will put my mech here, I believe. We just came through here, so it's unlikely for enemy troops to go. They could, but it's unlikely, so...
Yeah.
I'll be like this for now. I'd just tell you right now, you probably don't want to have the pipe as your cover.
Yeah, I know. I'm not used. Well, I was told the pipe was larger than all of us, but
Yeah, true, but I'm pretty sure for a giant mech, even for yourself, it probably can still count as cover.
It'll still count as a partial cover.
Which is not a good idea, if we're being honest.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we never went by our code names, did we?
Did we?
No, we never did. We just did first names.
I mean, I figured within 2
Oh, now I
weeks
get
we
the be right back from Raven.
Yeah, he now says be right back.
Look at my ping.
After he decides to strip down to the nude.
Lost your ping. I was only seeing the blue one.
And now he's just gone.
And like that, he...
My ping was like 1,000 something.
So,
Yeah. Oh, you mean ping? Yeah.
I don't even know what my ping's at. You're at like 158 for you, Cody.
Yeah.
It's 165. No idea what mine's
So I'm gonna
at.
relaunch it.
Claw's at like a flat 90. Not bad.
Nice.
I'm gonna relaunch in a second because my ping was fucking crazy. I don't know why.
Gotcha.
Yeah, understood.
Codename Odin.
So, quick question: does the entire mech have to be in the water for it to
I mean, it
benefit from cooling, or
only if it's like so. If like
Whatever
like,
part is in that elevation, and all mechs technically count as being 2 elevation, but you're not submerged until you go into depth 3.
so like if you have heat sinks inside your legs, this will count as you gain the bonus to heat sinks.
For
Alright.
your legs. And at depth 2, if I'm remembering right, is going to get your center torso.
and arms?
Should be the same since you're in
Yeah,
center
I'd
torso.
say arms. And then it's the side torsos. Well, and then you're submerged. You go into depth.
I'm actually not seeing any heat sinks on, or any extra heat sinks on.
Where's
your mech?
I've dragged it over to behind my thing.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
One on the right. Here.
Yeah.
So
Because
Now at the
I
critical hit table.
because you have weapon heat dissipation of 24, which means you have 11 heat sinks.
it doesn't show us heat sinks actually. Weird.
Yeah.
You are right.
I wonder. Does he not have heat sinks?
No, he has them. He actually has 12 of them.
But where?
Maybe my mech's just that awesome. They just can't.
Let me look at your mech.
But I call bullshit, but
Yeah.
Well, I
It
mean,
probably
look.
is BS, but I will gladly endure this.
Well, I'm
BS.
looking at the bushwhacker, and I'm not seeing.
I was about to say I'm about to check mine too. Like, it's not showing it for me.
I think they're a separate critical, and that's why.
Huh.
Maybe.
Weird, because I mean, I remember from their previous videos, like in the one campaign we watched, like it's on their fucking sheet.
But they're using the same ones as us, so that's the one that I'm kind of confused about.
Yeah, I'm checking the hammers as well.
Hammer does have heat sinks.
Where does it have them listed?
On the right
torso.
torso.
Also
left.
left.
Yep, right and left, and also one on the right leg.
And to left.
Okay, but they would be on the top, so there we go.
Can we take a break, guys?
Absolutely
Wait.
not. Sure.
I'm gonna try to solve my technical issues.
All right, go ahead. We're not getting started anyway. We're just like trying to figure some shit out.
Alright, well,
So,
you guys
for
big
some
deal.
reason, fucking Tabletop Simulator was like, you know this file that you apparently download? Yeah, you didn't download it. And I'm like, the fuck?
Ah, fun.
So, you know.
Alrighty, so you guys.
That is the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna check which book this came from.
The fuck is this? Hey, Cody, quick question. What's the number for in our mechs for the one with the middle number?
Say that again.
What's the number for? Like that has like the little button thing on each of our mech sheets.
Keep track of heat.
Let me see. I understood. For some reason, I'm at 40 heat already.
Well, you walked 2 feet.
I dissipate that instantly. Man. Well, on the bright side, I have 6 cents, so if some shit goes down, I'll know, at least.
Okay, let's just check where the Mad Dog comes from out of the books.
Honestly, forgot I put strength 6.
Technical readout 350. So let me check my shoot. So it'd be the
Oh man, you weren't fucking kidding.
upgrades unabridged.
Shit, he's almost at 300 ping.
Or the 350 on a...
What the okay, something's going on with his. This jumped to 500 almost.
Yeah, some mechs, you're just like, nah.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're fucking. You weren't kidding, but your ping is like going to fucking 500 for a second. It's like
Yeah, it's weird.
skyrocketing for some reason.
Well, I can at least look at the middle eight. Bandersnatch. The Bandersnatch. Yeah, that is really weird. Well, you know what I'll just use in place of that?
What?
Because I'm a mad, self-centered jerk. I'll use your guys' because I know it's torso and legs. I'll just use the roll agains.
All right.
Although, yeah, that's just going to be something that we have to look into.
Another thing about, let's see, roll again. So, damn, you need to roll doubles. What would you say would be a fair amount to say, like, let's put
Your
on-
thing says how many heat sinks you have.
Yeah, no, but I mean to where each would go. So, like, I got weapon heat, 16.
You have 11 of them.
11 of them, so, yeah, I don't have that much space.
So,
got 1, 2, 3.
one- You have one in each leg.
Got one up here on my right arm.
One on the cockpit.
Yep, one on the head, and then there's like 5, 6, 7 on the left arm.
7,
8,
2,
9, 10. Oh no, yeah.
11.
Wow. So all
That's
the
weird.
All the roll against are the heat sinks. All right.
That is weird.
That's really bad too if I lose that fucking left arm.
I'm going to blow your left arm off.
Curse you. My
Because I
only
have magical dice controlling powers. But what happened to... Say?
he said we'd go get something to drink.
Okay.
Bathroom and get something to drink.
Yeah. My only
And
weakness, my left arm. How did you know?
Well, we'll start on his legs, so that's 1, 2, 3. 6.
Oh shit! I didn't realize how weak my
Well,
fucking
he has
arm
an easy time. He can just put all his heat sinks in his torso and his legs and his one in his chest.
was. I didn't realize how much fucking weak armor I got on my arms. Damn. I need to fix that in the future. Increase the tonnage, but we can't increase it. I said increase it.
But are you back, Raven?
He is indeed.
Yeah, I'm back.
Can you see your hammer?
I'm very, very confused on why this is acting in such a manner.
It's like to say, this is its final way of saying fuck you. That's all.
Like, it's kind of just like, I don't know what my ping is. I don't think it's skyrocketing.
It's 314 right now. 332, 331. It's kind
Yeah.
of sticking to it the 300s and kind of, for whatever odd reason, it kind of spikes every now and then.
Which it's probably because you're
Yep, right there.
receiving. You're probably receiving from me because if you don't have the files themselves, you have to view it from other sources.
Mm.
But anyways, can you see your mech or?
May leave. No, I still cannot. It's still a fucking box.
Damn. Well,
Regardless.
ain't that awkward?
Well, at least you can move the box.
Yeah. You can't tell where
Yeah.
it's facing though.
I literally can't.
You move it forward, backwards. Are you sure you want to move it backwards? I'm moving it forward.
Nah. So long as we keep descriptive and whatnot, it won't matter.
Yep.
I'm gonna go looking in other bags real quick, see if their models fucking load. If
Okay.
that's cool.
All right.
Okay.
Because I just got a fuck ton of files just added.
Gotcha. Actually, for mechs, you can only see mine right now, correct?
Yeah, I'm looking at non-mechs real quick. I don't want to look at you. Get the fuck out of my sight, ho.
And then
All
all of
right,
a sudden, I
so-
decided to flip the table.
Well,
All the GM
But-
has to do is lock his table.
Yeah, that's true. But even then, I roll a nat 20. I somehow unlock it to flip it for one last time.
But so we have the Mad Dog and the Bushwhacker have decided to take up their positions by some
Hills.
low hills.
Yep, low hills and tree cover.
What does
So-
our Hammer Scout decide to do?
I am going to first off see if these fucking models load. In, for example, the trebuchet. I have my doubts.
I mean, pretty much, I'm always gonna get guaranteed +2 cover for the most part. Maybe even a +3. Unless they come in through here. Or
Yeah,
from
my ping is
behind.
crazy.
Meh.
Meh.
Meh. We are the knights who say me. But are we gonna post this up on YouTube, or what are we want to do with this recording?
I was actually, going maybe YouTube.
Well, hello folks who are watching this video and who are not bored out of their fucking mind.
Who have not left because we are annoying and boring at this particular moment.
Yep. Or have skipped over to the video to find something else.
But, yeah, no, that's why, just question of what you're going to do with your hammer.
I'm gonna move it into the trees, the light wood.
So if you don't mind, I'll move it for you. So like to right here, or inside the tree.
WWE, that www asset bundle 503 error. Jesus Christ.
Quick,
Yeah, those trees over there, roughly.
would you like to be inside the trees, or?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. You could probably move your
Alright.
character. Let's see.
Let's see.
That is a decent cover if you go in there, for the most part. You'll be getting a 2 up from that
It's
angle at
light.
least.
It's light woods.
Yeah, but he's still 2 pieces of terrain that are light wood, so that's
Yep.
2 cover. Oh, I'm loading something. What could this possibly be?
Same.
It's a
Oh,
mech.
Mechs. These 2 mechs.
And my fucking ping is outrageous right now.
Oh, and it dropped. It was the 4 and it went up to 800 for a second.
Apparently they're loading. I don't see them yet, but apparently they're fucking loading in.
Yeah, same. I'm at 67% for now.
And I just sent my loading up into insane, but reason.
Oh, your ping fucking jumped up too.
Yeah,
Some-
but I'm loading a lot more.
Gotcha. Oh, there's the mechs. They're loaded.
Yep.
No, they're not loading for
the
me
2
at all.
trebuchets.
Yeah, they're not loading for
Trebuchet.
me at all.
Just give it some time. And they're
It's
floating
time.
for whatever reason. They're floating. Oh, there we go. They've dropped down.
Yeah, they're just not loading at all.
Weird.
Yeah, it is really weird.
Because even for me, I don't
I
have.
don't
all
know
the
what's
fucking
going on
mods.
your side.
Yeah, it's definitely not mods because
I
don't
don't
have that
think
many.
I don't think the the fucking workshop is fucking downloading the files actually, which Steam does this and it's fucking irritating.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna have to find a local fucking version. I'll download it to the internet and do it that way.
But
But that's
that
fine.
No.
if we can get back to the...
Eventually we will.
Yeah.
But first we need to wait for Psych to reappear.
But, yeah, Jacobson on the other side of the radio, just still going on about family, son, local area, if you want to listen in.
I'll listen in for a little bit, but then... But
And then,
about the local area to kind of get an idea.
Yeah, we got the new thoroughway that went up about 4 years ago, I think now, and ever since then, people have just been... Because it's right between 2 big cities, of course, so everyone's just going back and forth, back and forth. It's been playing hell on the sensors. I mean, they keep on going down, or there'll be times where there's just gaps in them where, vehicles disappear, basically, like whole sections of the road.
And they said it was high-tech sensors.
And I mean, we have to go out and fix them all the time, because basically, when that happens, they end up overcharging them. Yes, we have to go out there and fix them.
Holy shit,
And,
your pings are skyrocketing. Anyway.
But if you guys want to know what we do have the the plan, it's basically purification work. The pipes usually get something in them, if not something put in them, or just eventual erosion of the pipe itself causes issues. So we have to take in the fuel actually from the pipe itself, and we process it here. And after it processes it, we put it back in the pipe and pump it down the way. Of course, we also use that extra fuel, burn a little bit to keep the pumps running, to keep the fuel flow going pretty fast. These are high pressure pipes, in case you don't know. But we also managed to pump the shut off. We and the next site over. If there's a problem between the two of us, simple thing is that whoever's next down on the chain ups their pumps and supercharges them for trying to suck out any spare of the fuel, while the other one cuts off all the next fuel pipes, starting from their station, then trying to work their way back then from there, save as much of the fuel as they can.
Uh-huh. So one becomes a super sucker while the other one cuts off the flow.
Yeah, one will cut off the flow, the other one will try to suck in as much of the fuel.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Makes sense.
And then, of course, we do the purification. You would be surprised the sort of things that we find in the pipes at times. One time found a rock that looked like a teddy bear. Poor thing was so irradiated though with the fuel that we use that I'm pretty sure that no human would be able to go near that rock for about another 100 years.
I forgot. For a second, I thought it was actual oil. I forgot this is like some different type of fuel. Tip.
Isabella, like, after hearing about the rock, turns off her fucking comms to him specifically.
It's like music. Boop. I hate that son of a bitch. I can still hear you. Oh, I'm not talking about you.
And talking to you, but yeah, no, the work here, you got be surprised with the standards we got, because this stuff is actually in some ways, very flammable. People usually think that, oh, the facility's gonna blow up if we shoot a rocket at it. No, that's not true. However, under the right circumstances, it is possible, but I've never seen that happen before in my life, honestly.
Oh. Well, that's good to... What the fuck? Broadcast update and new permissions? What the fuck? Restart Steam to be sure to... anyway.
Yep.
No,
yeah.
Yep.
Now what happened to the psych?
He said he went to go use the restroom, then get something to drink, so shouldn't take him this long, really, but we'll see him eventually, probably.
But after... how about you guys roll for your sensors?
Alright. What would that be?
It's actually the skill.
Yeah, I don't think I have that skill. Can I use my other skill? Or trait?
No.
Not yet? Alright.
Because this is actually working your sensors on your mech.
Alright.
I believe I have 4 points.
Oh, 7. Nice.
Yeah, you should have, because I just looked at it and it looked like you had it.
Me?
Not you.
Oh. If you have... I swear, if we tied... That's impressive, actually. That you're supposed to be a sensor driver, yeah, I get the same amount of information as you. All these buttons are confusing.
So...
Oh, there we go.
What is your grand totals there? Let's find out.
Think his
You,
is
sir, got a 7, but you're going to take that penalty, of course, because...
Aw.
Hey,
Sadness.
you're not trained, boy.
Hey, this is too many buttons. I'm here for combat, nothing else. Should I... Oh, do I have this? I should have the skill.
Navigation.
A motherfucker, should I have that? What the...
Yeah, it's sensor operations.
Gotcha.
And it's intelligence plus will.
Sensor operations, intelligence plus will. I don't have that skill, but...
What's your intelligence and will?
4 each.
So you got an exact 7.
Alright.
And what did Raven then get?
I'm not looking at my Google sheet, but I have a 5 on there, and then I believe I have 4 points.
Okay,
So
so
that's a 9?
what is
Or 4
and you got
points,
the
my
will
bad.
and well, what's your will and
They would both be 4 or 5, respectively, so no negatives.
Okay, so
If it's
no
a 5, then-
negatives, +4 from the skill. So yeah, you are beating out.
You're beating me by 2.
Yep.
That's not saying much, truthfully, if we're being honest now.
But yeah, while you're there, you actually on your sensor start to pick up some pings coming down the road.
No, Director, this is very interesting, but I'm going to have to go now. I'm going to talk to my team.
You know what's amazing about those things that are apparently coming down the road?
Yeah.
They're all red boxes.
Oh, yeah, you noticed that too? Which makes sense because we can't see the fucking map yet. Or they're not on the map.
Yeah. I made them red boxes.
For some
Who
reason.
would have guessed?
Yeah. No wonder you did not let me touch them. The red boxes.
But eventually, the first one comes onto the map. And with the sensor operations of the person in the trees, you get a through the trees. You see these rather weirdly sized red trucks coming down the road. Like they're halfway between a U-Haul and a semi. And there's there's a short convoy of them going down the road right now.
Gotcha.
She unmutes to the director at the refinery and just sends a quick peek. Are there any vehicles scheduled to come through? Any convoys of vehicles?
Well, no, there's not supposed to be any convoys of vehicles. I've been trying to tell you guys for past several minutes, but well, I mean, you, because I was told you were in charge.
Had you muted? No offense.
That's a fucking lie. No. Anyway.
But yeah, no, there's not supposed to be nothing scheduled. I mean, we have the town behind us, and it does have a place for landing and whatnot, but shouldn't be anything that I know about. However, Laren sometimes don't tell me what actually needs to be told. Some under the table deals and things like that.
So is this a target that should be eliminated? I presume we're able to stop it if need be.
Well, they are going to go under the pipe, and I don't want blowing anything up if they're hyphen warriors or whatever. So you might want to intercept them and run one of those police style things where you get them all out, Roger out, and
saying halt
and haul, yeah, that, and
papers,
talk
please,
to them and pay, all those things. You military types do.
She does like a quick message only over to Eric. Get on the road and stop them.
Copy that.
Carver seems to be asleep at the wheel.
That's 4, 5. Halt!
She's
Actually,
yellow rims.
I'll be right here, actually.
All right.
I'm back.
Hey, perfect
Welcome
timing.
back.
We got a convoy here. We're not sure if they are...
You just hear, like, Isabella, like, she's, like, yelling over, like, your character's, like, nodding off.
1, 2,
She's
3,
like,
4.
get the hell on the road, Carver.
Actually, I'd be like right here. Yeah, so I can still
Would
touch.
you be able to turn that one extra, or are you just gonna stand there?
I'd be able to turn that 1 extra. That way I can torso twist into them.
Okay.
I just miscounted. But I can't do
But
that.
yeah, they pull up to there and they stop. Well, the moment you step onto the road, the first one stops and stopping after it.
What the fuck, man? I'm trying to deliver stuff here.
But currently, you haven't been able to say anything else to them yet, or that.
All right, so... was it you just want me to stop, or did you want me also to talk them out?
Just have them stop.
All right. Please
all
get
four
out of your vehicles.
Carver,
What-
take his position.
Would the lead vehicle... People in the lead vehicle get out?
since you do have the megaphones.
Raven, could you point that out again? Sorry.
Basically, I'm saying like take his position, and then like take Eric's position
We're right there.
currently where he's at on the road.
Oh, you have a clear shot at these people, and you still got some
Yeah,
decent cover.
like take his position because you have the heaviest mech just in case something gets fucking shot at.
Although, if you think about the heavy mech should be in the fucking front while the guy's in cover. But,
Well, range.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say is like,
I understand. Don't worry. Don't worry.
yeah. And then
But
I'm gonna move my light just two tiles forward just so I can get a clearer shot with the LRMs.
Gotcha.
But out of the front vehicle, a couple with a child comes out, and the vehicle behind them, a fat round guy with a kind of scared-looking young woman at his side gets out of the vehicle.
Is that right? These are U-Hauls, correct?
They're basically the Lyran equivalent, but larger. So you'd think more. These would be like for moving an entire, basically with 4 of them, you'd be moving a small community.
Gotcha. Would I be able to hear them if they talk to me?
And that would take another sensors operation check.
Understood. Would our glorious leader who
Because-
has sensor operations be able to do it as well?
Potentially, because this is going to be something that, they're so small that you can't actually pick them up the typical way. You'd have to focus in the sensors.
I understand. But anyway, you are unscheduled convoy into this area. Please state your business immediately.
All right.
I'm trying.
And was that your role?
That'll be my role.
I'll do my
I'm gonna
rolls.
stick where I'm at for right now.
I'll do my roll as well because I'm doing that.
Quick question: is there any chance I could, like?
Oh wow, that's
see
a fucking
inside the
11.
vehicles?
Nice.
You cut out for there a second. Say that again.
Can I scan for what's in the vehicles?
Would I-
That would also be another sensors operation check.
To be
Okay.
fair, would I be able to do that with that fucking 11?
Stop it, Katie. I know
Nope,
what
you're
doing.
focusing it on.
I understood.
Specified
I
thing?
understand. Okay.
But
In the future, I will mention that multiple
eight,
reasons.
okay.
Nice.
okay, and what is your wow, I keep forgetting the name.
Will plus intelligence
Yeah, will plus intelligence.
bonus.
Mine is 8.
No,
And
no,
you have sensors operation trained.
I believe I have it at 2.
that's a
Okay,
10.
so your total will be 10. All right. So going in order, the people at the front are kind of, the child's like waving a Lyran Atlas mech at you, and the couple of the front just go, "Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
We will not open fire.
Refugees! Refugees! They just let us go! They just let us go!"
At this point, my mech is going to. I'm gonna have it not run, but I'm gonna have it jog over
Mhm.
At a brisk pace.
All right.
I'm-
Well, then you can take your.
Either-
I have no idea the facing right now of my mech.
Oh, let me do it for you.
So
So
your
you're-
mech is just about fist, right?
You're facing-
So if you single, yeah, it'd be a single movement to make
You're
your
facing
facing towards the
So
it'd be a single movement to make your facing towards the proper way.
one. Here, I'll do it
And
for you.
then,
So you want turn to this way?
And then you can run 8 total, so that would be you can move
I'm gonna
7.
move. Yeah, I'm just gonna move up on the rear of the convoy.
2, 3, 4.
Not in an impediment, like
5.
more on the side.
Like to right here?
Yeah.
Alright, so 5, 6. Or be 5, 6,
Yep.
7, 8. To turn that way. Well, to face him and get
Oh
some.
no, because it's all on the flat side facing. You do not do corner facing.
I don't do you have to turn like one.
Yeah, but that's the proper facing now.
Okay.
And any other facing change would be putting him looking at you.
Good.
Would actually be putting him looking at overkill.
I understand. Okay, so right there. Alright. So they have said that they just got away the refugees. Alright.
Would I be in a loud hailer range at this or no?
Yeah, you would be able to. You would be able to shout at him over.
Yeah. She'll then, as she's advancing, she'll say, Do be aware that this planet is obviously in a state of war. If you claim you are refugees, which I don't believe you'd be anything else, saying of what you guys have, then you'll be allowed to let go. We're going to do a quick check through scanners and the like. Heavy tonnage with minor heat in the trucks, Carver. You get to state that to us privately over comms.
Yeah, they can't hear us through comms. So heavy tonnage and little heat. All right. Well, I mean that heat could
Well,
be. Yeah.
is Carver even here? All of a sudden?
Yeah,
all of a
sorry,
sudden
I'm
he's
here.
disappeared
I'm
again.
here.
Okay.
Why are you texting this, man? You can talk to us through via comms.
Yeah, heavy tonnage. I'm gonna say like, yeah, it's got a lot of weight in there, but there's a little bit amount of heat coming out of the trucks.
I mean, that could just be the engine.
Oh, it could be the people.
That too.
Recheck your scanner. And I'm going to scan as well.
All right.
I'm going to see if I'm seeing what he's seeing.
Billy, the network went right down on the thoroughway again.
Went down. Oh, fun.
We've got just.
Who? I'm gonna go on loudspeaker. Who let you just go? And how far away are they?
You know, some people like cover their ears whenever you guys actually are, shouting.
I'm not shouting. I'm talking
no,
normal.
but
I understand it's
megaphone.
loudspeaker, so I understand. I'll
These
try
are
to
meant
adjust.
for other mechs to hear you guys from a kilometer away.
Understood. I try to adjust the volume maybe later in the future.
Yeah,
But for now,
I mean, it's just a quick, it hurts their ears, but they can hear you, and then
yeah. What are you doing? Oh!
Ivan.
Wait, what was
The
that?
hyphen?
The hyphen.
Okay, so hyphen warriors. But they didn't answer my other question, which is, how far away are they?
They set up camp in the mountains. Please, we've been driving for over a day.
I'm gonna cut the speaker and calm Isabel. Should we try to empty the trucks first, or what do you want to do?
What does my scan come up with, Jim? Note that I have
Okay.
8 plus, I think 3 or 4 ratings in the skill.
Yeah. Let's see if it's 3 or 4 exactly.
I have no
Yes.
idea.
4 would be a 12, which would be pretty good. So let's find that sheet of yours.
And then you still got the stat boost if you have any,
And
or I have enough for it.
do you have this alphabetically or just in the order that you got it all?
I got it in whatever the fuck order I got it. It should be down towards the bottom.
There it is. I'm seeing 120 XP, and now I need to...
That'd be 4 ratings.
So that is a 12. So what you picking up on your sensor array is that you have a number of humanoid-shaped heat signatures that are currently getting hotter inside of those trucks.
Oh, really?
My character's noticing that. What are in the trucks?
Just our belongings.
Don't bullshit, man.
We're moving, and then they just ambushed us on the highway.
Get those fuckers out of the trucks.
And they kind of, start going away from moving away from the trucks. Like I said, the back to, people that were kind of sitting, waiting in them, kind of hop out and...
Start opening up the backs.
Well, with the phrasing that you gave, they're panicked. They're in a panic, and they're trying to just get away from their trucks because they think you're going to just start shooting the trucks for no reason.
As they're moving, I'm like, how many people are in those trucks?
They say the exact number of them that is out there, which would be about 9 people.
Over private comms.
Mhm.
They got individual humanoids in those trucks. I don't trust it.
Understood.
Do I know specifically which trucks?
All 4 of them.
Mind if I try to talk them into opening the back of the trucks?
Whoops.
Yay, sorry. Go ahead and try.
I'm gonna lower down the volume of the loudspeakers real quick so I don't destroy their fucking ears again. And then I will speak through. Please open up the back of the trucks immediately for inspections. And then we will let you go. Most
And
likely.
The guy that was at the kind of the front talking to you kind of, fumbles, pulls out key, runs to the back of his truck. And then from the sensor position you're at, Raven, you need to notice that he's actually struggling to get the key into the lock. Like, the key will not go on the lock for some reason.
Knowing this, I'm just gonna say over private comms, everybody here turn on weapons, just in case. I don't know if it's visual, like if they can tell when weapons are going on.
No, not... Well, I mean, for one, they're civilians.
Okay.
The only weapon system they might notice is the LRMs on a certain mech, because those have coverings that are supposed to go over top of them.
All of a sudden,
And,
my plasma gun starts.
Oh, that lifts up! Oh my god, missiles!
All of a sudden, my
Yeah.
plasma gun starts charging up.
I'm gonna specifically state, make it subtle.
Well, of course. Of course.
Which, of course,
So
he
my-
fell asleep in his cockpit again, apparently.
Of course. While staying on top of the fucking pipeline for whatever reason. Because he was originally right here. I'm just going to place him back there.
He moved back there, and I don't know why.
I don't think he did it on purpose. But
I
anyway.
think he did when he was in his death throes of disconnecting.
Yeah. Sadness. Well, I'm automatically assuming my weapons are always been online, truthfully, so no need to charge them up or anything.
Yeah, no, most weapon systems, all you have to do is turn off the safety locks in the cockpit.
Yeah, that's why I'm
just-
saying turn it
It's
on.
it's just LRM systems have, like with the
Yeah.
catapult in particular, you'll notice it has those covering flaps.
Gotcha.
And that's just for transportation and movement.
Understood. I will turn on all weapon systems, or take off all safeties. With my SRMs, will they be able to notice the SRMs being activated?
Not really, not
Okay.
with the SRM.
Alrighty.
Because those ones are, your typical, it's just got the
Small
plastic
things.
cover.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the
Alright.
little plastic cover.
Alrighty. Am I starting to get a bad feeling about this by any chance, or eh?
I specifically told you that
Yeah.
they are loaded to the brim with individuals,
Yeah, no,
like humanoids.
I figured. Why another fill to the brim?
And it's not necessarily loaded with individuals, but it's got some big ones.
Big ones.
Yeah, like maybe they're transporting gorillas in this thing. Would be the best civilian equivalent.
It'd be battle armor if it's military.
I think it's battle armor.
Gorillas or the basically loader armors and exo frames.
There's no
Yeah.
way, it's no way fucking gorilla armor. Oh well, as soon as we discover it, open range fire. Am I correct?
If these are hostile, yes.
Yep.
If they're smugglers, we turn them in. If they resist, you
Yep.
murder them all.
Alright.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Well,
And then we
unfortunately-
recover it for either our own gains, or we recover it for our fucking employer.
Yep, our 40% salvage rate.
But this guy he cannot get his key to work, and he's
Son of a bitch.
Finally, you're
he
back.
kind of slaps down his Did your computer crash?
No. I turned it off because I got 99 on everybody. And it started glitching everywhere. And I think the game made me update before, it had an update, and now every time I try to join, it says cannot join, or failed to join server : version.
Wow, that fucking sucks.
Oh,
So
because we haven't updated.
Yeah, you guys haven't
So-
updated, so I can't join.
Okay, so we're gonna suspend the video for a second,
Alrighty.
and then, or just make a cut and update the game. Apparently,
Yep, I will.
so that's what that message was about.
Yep, I will stop recording right now.